Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now, today's episode, we are taking a look at the revamped, refreshed PayPal Rewards MasterCard. So, typical fashion, we'll talk about the updates to the card. We'll cover everything you need to know. And of course, we'll figure out if you're an existing card holder, is this worth keeping? And if you don't have the card, is this worth considering adding to your wallet? So, if any of that sounds interesting to you, of course, go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, first things first, in case you are unfamiliar, PayPal, probably most famous for being, the payment platform that eBay partnered with so long, Elon Musk and the PayPal Mafia creating it, so long ago. But it's basically a payment platform, third-party intermediary, if you will, that allows customers to connect securely bank accounts, credit cards, and debit cards to the platform, and then facilitates payments to stores. There's also a peer-to-peer version where you can send money to friends or family members. They have PayPal credit, buy now, pay later, all that good stuff. So it should be no surprise that they actually have a credit card as well. So they've had the PayPal MasterCard for some time now, which is a classic 2% card on all purchases. So since then, the PayPal MasterCard has now been refreshed. So let's take a look and see what we get in this refresh. So the updated PayPal MasterCard, again, still keeps the no annual fee, which is nice to see. Now, the star of the show is going to be the multipliers. You're picking up 3x back on PayPal purchases. You're keeping the 2x on all other purchases. You are gaining an interesting benefit, and this benefit is going to be the cash back, because this is a cashback card that you earn will post to your account daily. Now, again, at the time of taping this, it is, mid-April of 2022, so this could definitely change. But the sign-up bonus you're looking at, specific to new card holders, is going to be $100 cash back with $500 in spend within 90 days of having the card. And so there you go. That is the refreshed PayPal MasterCard. Now, overall, I think I like that it's becoming more competitive. I think the rewards posting daily is a nice touch. I don't really think it matters that much, because the likelihood that you're going to earn so many points to make a significant difference, either depositing into your PayPal account or using it as a statement of credit, is probably not going to be there daily. I mean, I don't know what you're buying, but it's probably not. But it is nice, because that's what Apple does with Apple Cash. So it is PayPal being a little bit more competitive. Now, the obvious star of the show is the 3x back on PayPal purchases. I think that's pretty nice to separate. Obviously, it's a PayPal card, so that should be the leading multiplier. So we're going to talk a little bit later about where you can use PayPal and how that works. So there are some things you need to know about this card. Again, at the time of taping, we're at mid-April of 2022. So first things first, to get this card, you have to have a PayPal account. That's how you're going to, go through and apply for the card. PayPal accounts are totally free. I've had one for many, many years, not had an issue. If you have the card already, though, then obviously you have a PayPal account. You will be converted to the new version automatically. And since it's staying with MasterCard, it seems your account number shouldn't change any of that. I don't think the card art even changed. If it does change and you really want the new design, you can probably phone in and they'll send you a new one. Doesn't really matter though. Now, if you don't have the card yet, you're considering it, well, again, at the time of taping, there is a wait list that you can join. It's through your PayPal account. It's super easy. I think I joined it by accident, actually. I'm just doing the research for this video. So you can go ahead and do that. I'm no word on how long it's going to take them to roll out. Probably, they'll start rolling out newer ones after, the initial conversions are made. That'd be my guess. Now, another thing to note here is that this is not part of the change, but, people who had the card originally, I'm just putting everything in one spot, in one video. People like this card because it's a classic 2% card, but because it was a no annual fee card that had no foreign transaction fees. That actually changed some time ago, and this card does have a 3% foreign transaction fee. So just want to make you aware of that if that's what you were thinking about doing. There's other cards that you can get, though, to solve this issue. Now, in addition to that, this is issued by Synchrony Bank, so that's not necessarily a good or bad thing. I have seen multiple data points of folks saying, hey, I'm getting approved for low credit limits, a few $100s all the way up to about $10,000. I've also seen folks say, hey, I start out with a low credit limit, then eventually Synchrony moves me up after they trust me more as a customer. Just things to be aware of if you're going for this card. So that's everything you need to know. Now let's talk about how to actually use this card, right? Because again, PayPal is the best multiplier, so you want to get your mileage out of PayPal. So is that actually possible? Well, there's a few ways to do this. So first of all, the easiest way, the way you're probably most familiar with, is when you go to checkout at a store online. Your payment options usually enter a credit card, Apple Pay, or PayPal at checkout, right? So that would count right there. Now, in addition to that, of course, you can do PayPal in store as well. You can pull up like a QR code on your phone, and the checkout person can scan it. So what you'd want to do here, again, if you have this card, in my opinion, is you want to go add it to your PayPal wallet and make it the primary method of payment through PayPal. That way, you don't have to worry about trying to switch the card and everything like that. So, that's how it works, but where exactly can you use this at, right? Online's pretty obviously. When you talk about in person, in store, like what do those options look like? So this is kind of what I found online. I'll link this list down below, but I'm calling these in-person stores. So if you wanted to go to a store in person, old school way, and show them that QR code, this is what you do. Now, I'm not going to read through all of these, but you can kind of spot check this list and say, hey, there are some major folks on here. And then, of course, you have online stores. Now, I don't even think this is a full encompassing list, if we're being totally honest. I would assume there's a lot more stores. But, again, you can pause it, go through it, see if, some of your favorite stores are on there. And, of course, the last thing I would say is that purchases through PayPal count as well. So PayPal does sell gift cards to all the major stores, Apple, Best Buy, places like that. So, if you don't see something on the list, it's also worth checking their gift card section, buying your gift cards, and then making your purchase elsewhere at the store. Again, with some of this stuff, and Synchrony seem to be sensitive right now in issuing lower credit limits. I don't know if that means they're going to be more sensitive as an issuer, as a bank issuer, about things that can be perceived as manufactured spending. So I would say maybe we go slow the first few months just to see what happens till we get some data points. Or if you want to play hyper aggressive and be the data points we need to see, well, we all thank you for doing so. So overall, final thoughts here. I think this is a very nice upgrade for PayPal. 3x back is no slouch. Again, we can see PayPal's taken everywhere. I would imagine PayPal's going to continue to expand. It's not like it's a new service by any means, but it's probably going to continue to expand, partner with companies, especially on the online front, and the gift card option. I think that makes this a pretty good option for anyone playing a cashback game. So, definitely worth considering getting on that wait list. If you're in the cashback game for sure, or if you just need a kind of a gap card to cover, and try to step up from the regular 2% cards, I think that works as well. So overall, I would say nice job, PayPal. So if you guys like this one, drop me a thumbs up down below if you found it particularly interesting. Of course, consider subscribing to the channel. Again, posting content just like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Of course, right back here every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. My question for you guys is, if you're already a PayPal card holder and you have the card, what are your thoughts about the changes? Were you hoping to see this, something else? Let me know. Of course, if you don't have the card, is this going to have you jumping on the wait list to pull the trigger? Again, love to hear all of your thoughts down below. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.